Hello, guys. It's Becca and Miss Daisy. Miss Daisy is my baby of the day. Her so pretty. Yes, her is. So this here is another episode of Rocking with Becca. So, I'm I'm exhausted today, guys. I'm totally exhausted. I feel good, except for it's hard to explain. I feel good in my mind, I guess, but I'm exhausted. Um, if you're new to my channel, every Saturday, I'm gonna try to get into my preliminaries, and then we'll get into other things. But um, if you're new to my channel, every Saturday I try to do a video called Rockin' with Becca, and it's where I just sit here in my rocking chair and rock and talk to you. I try to give a shout out to a certain, to a channel each Saturday, and sometimes I have a specific topic that I talk on. That someone asks me to talk on that topic or to tell me about a certain thing or whatever. To tell about. Did I say tell me about? Tell about. But anyway, I have quite a few episodes of Rockin' with Becca, and I've tried to put them all in a playlist. Hopefully, I have gotten them all in a playlist. There might be a few I missed, and a lot of times I forget to, each Saturday, forget to add them to a playlist, and I have to go back and then put them in there. But if you like just the Rockin' with Becca videos, there's a playlist. You can go and turn it on and just listen to all of them. My Rockin' with Becca videos are usually pretty long because it's just my day to sit here and chat with you and let you know what's going on in my life or whatever. So, and I yawn a lot, guys. I yawn a lot. So please forgive me if I yawn. Not only do I normally yawn a lot, but I'm exhausted today, so it might be double the amount today. Please forgive me. I'm not going to try to say excuse me every time, because I'll probably be every 2 or 3 words saying excuse me. So just please excuse me. So today we're going to start out with a shout out. I came across a channel called The Reborn Life, and the lady's name is Susan, and I've only watched 1 or 2 videos, and you know what, I forgot to go on. I like to find out how many subscribers they have to tell you, but I forgot to do that this morning. I'm not going to pause you to do it. I will have the link to her channel in the title of this video, since I only have 1 shout out. But her channel name is The Reborn Life, and her name is Susan. So, Susan used to be, I forgot. Susan used to be, was it You Are My Sunshine Nursery? Susan? I just realized whose channel this was. And I'm thinking it used to be You Are My Sunshine Nursery. She had up several videos a good little while back. And she goes through spurts that she'll do videos and then she deletes them. I don't know why. Because every video she's ever done, I've enjoyed them. I like them. I don't know why she deletes them. I know she's like me. She has anxiety issues. And Susan is a sweet friend of mine. And I have several babies. She is a reborn artist. And I have several babies from her that either she's gifted me. Actually, I have one coming in the mail now that I won on one of her videos, but it's not one she reborn. It's a Paradise Galleries doll. So it'll be coming in a few days. And I'll be sharing that with you. I have several babies that I've received from her either through trades or I purchased them or whatever. But I really love Susan. And the reason I've shouted her out before, back when she had her other videos up before she deleted them. But back then it was, if I'm not mistaken, it's You Are My Sunshine Nursery is what it used to be. But recently she's put up a couple of other videos. And I wanted to give her a shout out again. Because she doesn't have very many videos. Like I said, very many subscribers. I forgot to go and look and see how many she has at this point. But anyway, I'm sorry, Susan. When I first started out, I forgot. Because I'm not used to your channel being The Reborn Life. And I forgot that it was you. And I looked at the name I had up under it, Susan. And I said the name Susan. And then it dawned on me that you changed your channel name. And so it's Susan's channel. So, but go check out Susan and see the videos she's recently put up. And hopefully she won't delete them this time. Hopefully she won't delete them this time. And hopefully she'll keep making videos. Because Susan, I really enjoy your videos. Macy, you're going to fall off that bed. You better be careful. She's trying to get the blanket like she wants it, and she was right on the edge. You're going to fall off that bed doing that. Yes, you are. Okay, so Susan, The Reborn Life, her link to her channel will be in the title. And our topic today is about my childhood playing outside. I should have went back and re-listened to that video because y'all know my mind, I forget things. But Reborn Huggles talked about this topic on one of her videos. And, you know, she asked us to tell about our childhood playing outside. And that we could either do it in the comments on her video, or we could do a video telling about it. So I told her I would talk about that on my Rockin' with Becca. Did I ever tell y'all about the fishing story? I didn't, did I? I'm going to write that down if I can remember. If it don't slip my mind before this video's over. I don't have a pen in here. I'm going to write it down for next week's topic because I don't think I talked about it. I had asked y'all, would y'all like to hear about the fishing story? And several of you said yes, but I never did tell it that I remember. If I did tell it, leave it in the comments below and let me know. I don't want to bore y'all and tell you the same things over and over. But on the topic of playing outside when I was a kid, You know, back in the day, when I was a kid, um, we didn't have electronics. We did have a TV, but we didn't have electronics. Well, whew, couldn't get my words out. Didn't have electronics like video games and smartphones and, you know, things like that. Back when I was a kid, the only computers they had that I can remember was these big old bulky computers in the school, really in like this, I don't know, special ed type, the people that needed extra help in certain areas. And they would have these big old computers, big old bulky screens, and you know, it wasn't like having the internet today where you can just Google or do anything. It was only programmed with certain programs, and that's the only computers I recall as a kid. So, you know, we didn't have things like that that occupied our minds and kept us, you know, distracted from playing. But as a kid, I grew up, and I know, you know, nowadays people call people in trailer parks trailer trash. But back then, we lived in mobile homes, called them trailers. We didn't call them mobile homes. And we lived in a trailer park. Didn't call them mobile home parks. We called it a trailer park. And, of course, we always lived up close. We never got way back in the back of the trailer park where, you know, the other type people usually was back in the back. And we was up front. It was a nice trailer park. I still remember the man that owned it, and his name was Mr. Kerr. And he kept it up nice. And, you know, the people we were around was always nice people. Occasionally we'd get someone move in next to us or across the road from us that, you know, wasn't just up to par, but not very often. You know, it was a very nice trailer park. And Mr. Kerr was such a nice man. He would, you know, we all loved him. He was awesome. And so every day when we get up and get around, now on Saturdays we always watched cartoons until they went off at noon. You know, it wasn't, TV back then wasn't like it is nowadays that you can get any channel and watch it all day long. No, cartoons came on Saturday morning and they went off at noon. And then the rest of the day there wasn't nothing worth watching on Saturdays and Sundays. It was more like sci-fi and junk like that on Saturdays and Sundays after the Saturday morning cartoons went off. But anyway, we'd get up, you know, get around as kids and get our breakfast, and, you know, or when we come in from school, if it wasn't, you know, the summertime, we come in and get, you know, things settled from being in school, and we would go outside and play. And like I said, the trailer park we lived in was a very nice trailer park. There was a cement slab, what we called a patio, at every spot. And Daddy always put us up an awning. Awning, however you say it. He loved putting up an awning over our trailer, you know, on the coming out from our trailer, covering the patio, so we would have shade and could sit out there. So either I got out and rode my roller skates on the cement slab, or got on my bike and and would ride around the trailer park. And, you know, nowadays, if I had kids, I'd be scared to let them outside very long unless I had a fenced-in yard, and, and, times are just different. But I loved going outside to play. I loved it. And I had friends in the trailer park. And me and my sister, we, for some reason, only had one bike at some point in time. Because I remember, or either we just liked doing it or whatever. But I would sit on the handlebars and she would ride the bike around, and I'd sit on the handlebars, and I don't know how many times I would get my foot stuck in the spokes of the tires of that bike. I don't know how I managed it, but we fell over a many a times because my foot was stuck in the spokes of the bike. And she'd have to try to get my foot out of there. I don't know. It's a wonder I didn't break my feet. But I was constantly getting my one foot or the other caught in the spokes of the wheels of the bike. But then I got a bike of my own. And or either she got where she didn't, because she's 5 years older than me. So she might have got where she didn't even want to go out riding a bike, and I had her bike or something. Anyway, I remember, I'd get on, and the trailer park was made kind of like in a circle. It had 3 different driveways, but 2 of them went to the same area. Or maybe it was only 2, and 1 of them would go to either area. Anyway, there was one on, like if you was looking at the trailer park, on the right-hand side, there was this big circle at the front of the trailer park, and it was grass, and all the way around that circle was bushes, and those bushes was, I always thought they were gardenias. But I think Mama called them something else just recently, us talking something about it, and she called them another name. But all my life I thought they were gardenias. But they had the most wonderful smell. And they would bloom out just once a year. They would bloom out, and we would go pick those flowers off of those bushes and bring them in. All you needed was 1 or 2, and it would smell up the whole trailer. Just that wonderful fragrance. I loved those flowers. Loved them. But I was telling you that on the right-hand side was a driveway that come around that circle and met in the middle of the circle in the back, towards going down into the trailer park. Then on the left-hand side of that circle was another driveway that went. I can't remember if there was a 3rd driveway, or from that left-hand driveway, if it veered off to another section of the trailer park. But I do know that those 2 went around that circle and met in the middle, and then you started going towards the trailers. And so then at the back, also at the back of that, once you went down, and there was several trailers, on each side of the road, when you went down that right-hand side. At the very back was another big old circle, but this one was cemented. It was like a basketball goal type circle. But it was big enough that we could also, if they wasn't nobody playing basketball, and they had basketball goals, we could ride our bikes on that circle, that cement. The actual roads of the trailer park were shell, not rock, but shell. We lived in Louisiana, and that's what they had. The roads were shell, and so I loved living in that trailer park because my sisters and I, or my younger sister was too young to do any of that, but my older sister and I, we'd walk around, around that trailer park, because back at the back where that circle was, it also come around and met with the other road of the trailer park, and then behind that circle going back was also some more trailer spots, and that's where the more sketchy people lived. Back behind that circle. And but we would ride, all the way around that trailer park, and I loved it. And we'd go get on, that cement circle and just ride round and around. And I had done it so much and got so used to it that I would ride, and I'd be almost laying over, my pedals almost touching the cement, going around that circle. I'd get to going so fast around that circle. I loved it. I really enjoyed my childhood. We didn't really have a lot to fear back then. There wasn't as much going on as they are nowadays. And we enjoyed our childhood. We really did. We enjoyed getting out and playing. Now, I hear a lot of people say that their parents told them to go out and not come back till the street lights came on. Well, we didn't live in an area that there was like that, like a neighborhood where there was street lights and things like that. And Mama would never tell us that, We could come in anytime we wanted to. But us as kids, we wanted to get out. We wanted to play outside. We wanted to, be with other kids. We wanted to ride our bikes. I loved roller skating, like I said, on the patio there in front of the trailer. I loved it. I just enjoyed being outside as a kid. But then again, I don't remember it being as hot as it gets nowadays. Again, it could be that as a kid, you just don't notice things like that. The older you get, the more physical things that gets wrong with you, the more you get used to being cool. It's harder to deal with. Then, kids don't seem to notice things like that as much. So that could be the case, that just as a kid you don't notice it. But I think now, of course, we always had an air conditioner. I don't remember ever being without an air conditioner. We always had an air conditioner that I can recall. We may have been without one when I was younger and don't remember. But we lived in trailers, and Mom always called them tin boxes, and there's no way we could live in a tin box without air conditioners. We always had air conditioners. And so we never had to go without, like when we went outside and got too hot, we could come in and get cooled off. So it wasn't that I didn't have an air conditioner, the reason I didn't notice the weather, because we always had, ACs in our trailers. But I loved playing outside, and I don't recall, we'd get hot, yeah, but I don't recall the heat being like it is today. But again, like I said, it could have been just because I was a kid, and kids just can tolerate things, more than older people that has ailments and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed my childhood. I feel like I had a wonderful childhood. I just I had friends at church. I had friends at school. Um, I just had a good childhood. Um, I say that I had just about anything I wanted. We were nowhere close to rich. I mean, what we lived in proved that. We always lived in a mobile home as a kid growing up. Um, so, you know, it we were nowhere close to rich, but Mama was a conservative type person as far as, or I don't want to say, she managed the money well. She managed the money well, and we always had great Christmases and great birthdays. We may not have just gotten everything all through the year that we wanted, but we always had great birthdays and great Christmases, and pretty much, had the things we wanted. We might not could have gotten them until Christmas time or our birthday, but yeah, I really had a good childhood. I really enjoyed playing outside. I think a lot of times about living in Kerr Trailer Park and all the fun I had, and riding my bikes and being with friends that lived across from us, and I just really, and I enjoyed my childhood. Had a great childhood. So that's basically it. Uh, like I said, we didn't live in like a subdivision or neighborhood where they had street lights and I don't know if we had outside lights. We might have had outside lights in the trailer park. I can't remember. But Mama never was the type to say go outside and stay outside until a certain time, don't come back in. No, she might say if we was doing a lot of running in and out, she might tell us get in or get out and quit opening and closing the door. You letting the cool air out. She might say something like that. But we was always able to come in when we got ready and stay in if we wanted to. But we just, as kids, we didn't want to. We wanted to play outside. Nowadays, you can't get kids to go outside. They'd rather sit around on the couch and twiddle their thumbs than to go outside. But, a lot of them don't have that opportunity to twiddle their thumbs. A lot of them sits and plays computer games and games on their phone, and stuff like that. It's like they don't want to be outside and enjoy the freshness and the, I don't know. I don't know. Kids just don't like going outside. But anyway, that's my little story, and I'm sticking to it. No, seriously. That's the way my childhood was. I had a great childhood. I don't have a whole lot to say today. I will try to remember to write down to tell about the fishing story if I haven't already told it. I will go back and look, see if I can find if I've told it. It would be on a recent video if I've told it. So you should remember it if I told it and you watched that video, you should remember if I told it. But I don't. I don't remember. Maybe you do. I don't. But yeah, I'm just exhausted. I enjoyed my day yesterday with hubby, and I enjoyed getting out, picking up a few things at the Dollar Tree that I wanted. But it has left me totally exhausted. When I got home yesterday, all I did was sit in my recliner. I wasn't able to do any crafting or anything. I was just My knee was swollen because I'm not used to being up on my feet that long at a time, walking that much, and at one time, and my right knee was swollen. I was hurting. I was exhausted, and I'm still exhausted today. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I did enjoy my time being out with hubby. I really did. Uh, it hasn't made me want to jump up and go again. But I did enjoy it. So, anyway, that's basically what's been going on here today or this weekend. I'm hoping to get in my craft room. After I get through here in the nursery, I'm hoping to get in my craft room and maybe use some of the supplies that I purchased yesterday. And maybe do a video or two in there if I can get up the motivation to do it. If I can get my motivation going. Like I said, I could just lay back in my chair today and do nothing. I really could just lay back in my chair and do nothing. I'm just exhausted. And that's what it does to me when I go out like that, when I'm not, because I don't go very much. And basically the only time I leave is when I go to the doctor. And that's only like every 6 months. Until a certain point in the year when I have all kind of doctor's appointments, like having my mammogram done, going and having my yearly eye checkup, all these, my yearly sleep apnea testing done. I think it's around this time of the year too, around May. Is when all my appointments start, where I have just one appointment after another. But then I get them over for the year, and I don't have to worry about it until the next year around May, except for just my regular health care provider, So, I'm so sorry. So sorry, guys, about yawning so much. But anyway, let's see. I'm sorry for the way I'm looking at the camera. I'm trying to see the number. The number of how many minutes we've been on here is so small. I can't see them unless I get right up close and use my bifocal. That's why I'm lifting my head and looking like I'm looking. But it looks like it's 32 minutes, 33 minutes. So, I think I'm going to call it a day on this video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Maybe more of you can watch it since it's not quite as long. If you have any topics you'd like for me to talk on, I'm going to do my best to write it down on this paper for next week to tell the fishing story. And if there's any other topics you would like to hear about, and or me to, tell my opinion on or whatever, leave it in the comments below. And I'll do my best to pick a Saturday and talk on it. Excuse me. Anyway, I'm going to go because it seems like all I'm able to do is yawn. So I'm going to go. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. Hope you all have a great weekend. And just stay safe and be careful out there and whatever you're doing this weekend. And I hope to see you soon on another video. So I'm going to let y'all go. Sorry, this is kind of been rattled, or kind of like I don't have my thoughts together. It's because I don't. After yesterday, I don't. It's just the way, it does me. It's one reason I don't go. very often, because to me it's just not worth it. I mean, not that it's not worth spending time with my husband yesterday. That was wonderful. But then I suffer from it, a day or two afterwards. And people don't understand that don't have that problem. They don't understand that. I do feel more fresh in my mind, as far as, I don't know, feeling happy or whatever. I don't know how to say it. With me getting out yesterday and doing something different, but yet it leaves my body exhausted, and my mind rattled. What I mean by that, kind of like fibro fog, kind of like I can't get my thoughts together and make sense much. And so I feel like this video has just been around the world and not made a bit of sense. I feel like I've kind of talked in circles. But anyway, I'm going to go. Thank y'all so much for coming by and spending the morning with me, or afternoon or night, whenever it is you're watching this video. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. I love you all, and I really appreciate your support, your comments. Every time you hit the like button, every subscriber that has subscribed to me, I thank you. Whether you're recent or whether you've been with me for a while, thank you so much. And I really appreciate y'all and love you. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Talk with you all later. Bye.